Welcome to KFB Auctions, my friends. Every Monday through Wednesday, starting at 8 a.m. A place to hang out and have some fun. Thank you for your company, everyone. Every day will be a little something you may need. Remember to watch on your smart TV. So much easier to watch and type your bits. Thanks again for being here, my friends. KFB Auctions, oh yeah, KFB Auctions. Let's have some fun. KFB Auctions, come watch now, everyone. I have things from posters to collectible toys, movies of all genres for you to enjoy. On DVD and Laserdisc and some on VHS, video games, CDs, vinyl records, and oh yeah, lots of Kiss. KFB Auctions, oh yeah, KFB Auctions. Let's have some fun. KFB Auctions, come watch now,
Hello, everyone. Good Tuesday evening to you. Pretty sad day with Dolly Parton passed away. May she rest in peace. And want to wish Gene Simmons a happy birthday today. So, not that he's going to hear me or anything, but let me fix this camera here. All right. So, 77 years old and still rocking out. You got to give him credit on that. So he was just here in town on Friday, I believe, and I was not able to really get to go see him, and I didn't have any interest in walking the Indiana State Fairgrounds. So yeah, it's just one of those things where the humidity and the fairgrounds, and I had a lot going on, and just nothing jived together. So I was just said, I'll catch him on the next one, maybe. So anyway, so got some cool stuff here tonight. It's pretty Gene Simmons strong. I've got a Gene Simmons owned robe right back there, and I've got some signed Gene Simmons items that I'll put up. There's a canvas to offer up for someone who's interested in that. I got some Gene Simmons owned T-shirt here. Got this from my buddy T a while back, and I was going to display it because I'm an indie guy, but this is really cool. But I'll offer that up later, and it does come with the signed COA right here, and I printed up a picture from A&E with him wearing the same shirt. So not the best photo or screenshot, but you may be able to find one that's better. Your call if you want to try for that. So then I got this Gene Simmons band signed item from Marco from I believe Brazil. These were not easy to get over to the States, but it is a beauty and it's very heavy. So up for grabs tonight. And who knows? Maybe there may be a blood towel. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely not cheap items on some of these, but an option for you at the very least. So we have 36 people hanging out. So let's start with some small stuff, okay? As always. And let's do maybe some photos here. Let me just grab some random ones because I know I got some genie in there somewhere. So we'll start with this right here. And excuse me, swallowed the wrong way. We got Gene Simmons from the Revenge era. 8x10, nice shot, very clear photo. $15 starting bid on that. 15, only got to one. So we'll do T for tongue, 15. And let's see what else I've got here. Gene. Got a few here. All right, so we'll do this one. This one's a little fuzzy, but it still looks good from a distance. I'll do 5 starting bid on this. $5. That's the cost of the printing almost, but it's a little fuzzy. So if you use the have it back, it kind of look cool. We can do some artwork with it maybe. So BG for Blood Gene 5, and then we'll do this one right here, SG, and we'll start it off at 10. This is Sparks Gene. It's like the shadow of Gene. You can definitely tell it's Gene, but there are sparks all around. So SG on that one. What did I say on that? I think $10 if I didn't say a price. So $10 on the Spark Gene SG. It is art. So I got you, Taylor, on the Blood Gene, $5. We won't stay too long on these things. Like I said, I'm going to be a little bit short today as far as the auction goes. I don't probably 10 o'clock or so, give or take. All right, and this one turned out really well. I don't know where I took this one at, but it was a great shot. So let's do we'll just do D for Demon on this one. Oh yeah, well, I said it last night. It was the last night. It is packed up and ready to go to its new home. This coming Saturday, it's going to start its journey. So it is. Yes, it is sold. I put it up on the best offers page, and you guys had a chance to bid on it, but it went to someone that I thought was a best enough offer. So here is D for Demon, and I'll do 15 on this. This one turned out really clear. For those that like 8x10s, D for Demon on that one, and that is 15 on that. So let me go ahead and write down the Gene Blood Fuzzy. Gene Fuzzy Blood. 8x10. And that is for 5. I got Dominic in on that 8x10. The full body Gene. Full body Gene. End of the road. All right, so nobody else came in on that. Let me open up my chat. So, hello everyone. We have, it looks like 48 people in here between YouTube and Facebook. So thanks for joining in tonight. I appreciate it. Again, happy birthday to Gene Simmons. But unfortunately, on the day of his birthday, we had some bad news with Dolly. American icon, that's for sure. So I just put up a post about her a few months ago. She was like a living legend. She's one of the hardest workers, and something I always admired. I admire people that work hard, which is The band Kiss. I think that's what, even though I was little, is the makeup. But as I got older, I just see how hard they worked and still work to this day. And sometimes, it's a lot of people don't like spending their money on things, but when it comes to, you see all the comments, the trolls out there just always about the money. Well, no, they're working their asses off to try to make it as well. So there's that. Yeah, but it was one of the hardest working bands that came up in the 70s and just hit success because they had a fire in their stomach and their eye on the prize, basically. So not too many bands can pull that off, that many albums in a row and that overnight success. And they kept it rolling. All right, so that is George Taylor for 5. And Dolly was one of those entrepreneur. Nobody really bashed her because she gave back, and so does a lot of other bands, Kiss as well. But people still like to bash people, and success sometimes to others is becomes a jealousy factor, and why I don't know. Never understood that. Why not wish well for a fellow man, right? So, or woman with Dolly, in Dolly's case, she did donate a lot. Oh yeah, she definitely could have been twice as rich with everything that she did for people. And it ain't just yesterday or last year or anything. It's been that way for a long time of giving back to different people, whether it's helping them with careers or whatever. So, I mean, hell, she helped get Sylvester Stallone's career on the ground. No, that was a joke. One of my favorite movies. I'm sorry, it's a sleeper, but it's such a great movie. Is Rhinestone with her and Sylvester Stallone. Um, it's such a great movie. I love Rhinestone and Straight Talk. I watched a little bit of Still Magnolias the other day with my wife. But I didn't watch it. I was eating and she had it on the TV, so I caught some of that with Dolly in it, and she was good in that. From what I saw, my mom loved her, and one of her favorite songs was "Islands in a Stream," and of course, there's "I Will Always Love You," and I will always love you was such a great song that even Elvis Presley was wanting to record it, and she said, "How much you want to pay me?" I said, "No, you pay Elvis or whatever to sing your song." I don't think so. So I always admired that aspect of her. She's stood her ground. 9 to 5 wasn't too bad. Wasn't a big fan of 9 to 5, but it was decent. And what was the other? There's like a bunch of TV made movies. Unlikely Angel was a good one. The Coat of Many Colors, which wasn't really Dolly, but it was the story of Dolly. That was really good with the Sugarland uh, lead singer that played that in that. Is a good movie as well. So Dominic, that is Georgine Simmons. 8 by 10 boots go. All right, and nobody on this first gene here with the cane. 15. It's a great shot. Unreleased photo. Working 9 to 5. Oh, she was in so many different things that was just one of the funniest women, just in general. She had such a great sense of humor. Um, was a great feminist movie. Gotcha. Yeah, Jennifer Nettles played Dolly's mom in that unlikely or not unlikely Angel, Coat of Many Colors. MSG, I was there. Little sign if you want something to display, just put MSG. I'll start that off at 10 if there's any interest in that. And just a few more photos here to go through, and we'll move along. Move along. Let me find a decent one here. This one's not too bad. So we'll just do SG for side gene from the side stage. SG. This is in Indianapolis. and we'll just do. I'll do 10 on that shot there, 10 on that, and then I took this for the ALS challenge. Um, Here is Def Leppard and Kiss after they got soaked. So just put DLK for Def Leppard Kiss, and I'll start that off at 10. DLK. That was a fun night. I do, Stanley. I had it up just a few days ago, actually. I'm pretty sure, and I believe I had $80 on it. But it was, I actually got two, and I don't know if I still have the other one, but here is this variant. But it's this one right here. Actually, I've got this one right here as well. The Rhinestone movie soundtrack. Speaking of which, don't think I'm getting rid of that one though right now. So I love that movie. So I put that one up the other night too, but it didn't sell. So Rockstar, $80. It is a 2-record set. I'm not sure what all's in this, but it's pretty thick. But $80 starting bid. Just put DP80. I didn't plan on doing that, but someone asked for it, so I figured I'd accommodate if you're interested. So not what my intention. So let me see. All right, I got the side gene for 10. Let's do this one right here, and I'll do about another 4 or 5 photos just to try to move a few and build up the crowd a little bit. But I got some good stuff coming, so a lot of gene stuff tonight. So here is BG for Blood Gene, post Blood Gene. And you see it all over his costume, but his face has been cleaned off a little bit. So let's do BG for Blood Gene, clear shot, and I will do I'll do 10 on that one as well. I got Stanley in on the Dolly Parton for 80. Thank you, Stan. And I will show that one more time for those that may have missed it, but see what the hype sticker says here so we can. I've listened to this. It's a pretty good album. I listened to it on Amazon Music, streamed it. It's got 30 songs, and the songs are Rockstar, World on Fire, Every Breath You Take with Sting, Open Arms with Steve Perry, Magic Man with Ann Wilson, and Long as I Can See the Light with John Fogerty, Either Or with Kid Rock, I Want You Back with Steven Tyler, and there's other artists on here too, but I'm just reading the main things. Keep on Loving You with Kevin Cronin, Heart of Glass with Debbie Harry. Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me with Elton John. Tried to Rock and Roll Me with Melissa Etheridge. Stairway to Heaven with, oh, I can't see that, Lizzo and Sasha Flute. We Are the Champions, Bygones with Rob Halford and Nikki Sixx and John Five. My Blue Tears with Simon Le Bon. We have Who Has Rock and Roll, or What Has Rock and Roll Done for You with Stevie Nicks. Purple Rain. Baby, I Love Your Way with Peter, I can't see the name. Peter Frampton, sorry. I had to think of this. Baby, I Love Your Way. Okay. I Hate Myself for Loving You with Joan Jett. Night Moves with Chris Stapleton. Wrecking Ball with Miley Cyrus. I Can't Get No Satisfaction with Phil and Brenda Carly, I believe. Carly. What's Up featuring Uncle Perry. You're No Good with Emmylou Harris and Sheryl Crow. Heartbreaker with Pat Benatar and Neil. Grisco, I can't remember her husband's name. His last name. Bittersweet with Michael McDonald, I Dream About Elvis, with Ronnie McDowell, Let It Be, with Paul McCartney, and Freebird featuring Leonard Skinner. Um, Pretty cool soundtrack, or not soundtrack, but album though. So, but Stanley's in on 80 on that for 80. Is there an 82? If not, we'll call that here in about 1 minute or so. So let me go and write down the gene. We got Dolly Parton at 85. And I got you, Dominic, for the side gene. I was getting ready to write that down. Side gene, 8 by 10 for 10. Thank you. And that was for Dominic as well. And we have the blood gene. I see Zach in at 10 on that. Blood gene, post, spit. Just so I can keep track. So we'll call that for Zach. Let me confirm there's no other comments. So I got Dolly Parton in at 90 from Chris. Yeah, the whole album's really good. The Dolly Parton one is. A lot of people don't realize of all the rock stars that were on it. Christopher Spiro, you've got the MSG. Thank you. And Zach, nobody else came in on that I see. So that is yours on the blood gene post spit, Zach Stork. And making sure there's nobody on the Def Leppard. It seemed like I had someone on the Def Leppard though. Let me confirm. Could be mistaken. Def Leppard and Kiss. All right, so Dolly's in at 100 from Chris. I have put that album up several times over the past year or so. And I know that she just passed away today, and I didn't want to try to be one of those that are capitalizing on someone's death, but it was asked for, so I offered it up, and there's that. So Kiss loves you, Cincinnati. Just put KLC, not WKRP in Cincinnati, but KL in Cincinnati. Kiss loves you, Cincinnati. So, yeah, no, she topped the charts a lot, whether it's number one or top 10 or top 40. She had written a lot of songs and performed a lot of songs and put out a lot of music. So KLC 10 on the Kiss Loves Cincinnati photo. Let me put that over here just in case it sells. Let me make sure I got MSG still in here. Yep, so that is good. That one is good. Okay. Dolly Parton, Rockstar. Going once for Chris at 100. Unless there's a 105, we'll call that in 1 minute, okay? Do you have one of those pictures for New York? I'm sorry, I don't understand which picture you mean. Do you have one of those pictures for New York? Oh, the Kiss Loves You, New York? No. If I do, it wasn't all that great because I was much closer in Cincinnati. I was up front in Cincinnati, but with New York, I was pretty far away, and it probably would have turned out grainy. But this one actually turned out pretty well, being center stage. So I sure don't, William. All right, Chris, that photo will be, or that Rockstar is going to be yours in 15 seconds. I got Kiss Revenge. I just put KR15 if that is of interest, and then I've got a close up. We'll do CD for close up Def Leppard, I guess, and Kiss CDK. whatever. Not the full Def Leppard band, but the full Kiss band. So, but there's Phil Collin and Joe Elliott. So for this one, just put CK for Close Up Kiss or whatever, a CD. And let's do that at 10 as well. And just trying to find some cool shots here. Yeah, that one probably won't go over too well. Not with that one. Not today. I'll do this one right here. It's not bad, but it's different. This is Indianapolis again, and you can see there's a close up of Paul's boots, but Gene's right there in the background. And I'll do 10 on that. Just put GB for Gene Boots or PB for Paul Boots, however you want to do it. And I think that'll be it of the photos for right now. Maybe I'll revisit them here if I got some time to fill in some things. But I got all kinds of different photos and from other collections as well. Trying to see. I know people out there love Crazy Nights, so I'm trying to see if I got one in Gene that I had. Yeah, here's one. So maybe somebody will like this or this one. So we'll do 2 more Gene shots and call it a night for those for a little while anyway. Oh shoot, there's 3. So we're going to do a 3 for here. As far as you guys able to bid on 3 different ones. All right. You know what I'm saying? So let's do these 3 here next. And nobody on the Def Leppard close up. And yes, with the Speedy situation, I'm seriously thinking about making shirts because it's such a great shirt. And the context of it all, it was just a quick thing of misinterpretation on a comment. And in retrospect, it's hilarious. But even at the time, it was like, alrighty. So it kind of contained itself. But it was one of those things. There was a repetitive commenter, and it was building up some heat. And she was harmless, okay? Well, people were starting to get a little snappy back with her. And it turns out she's only 15 years old. And it's an inside joke that even Eric doesn't understand the humor behind it, but he says, I understand that people have their own sense of humor. So he went along with it. He saw the shirt that she was wearing when he met her in Knoxville. So he knows exactly who she is now that was making the comment, now by name. And it was just something that, she was just trying to be noticed by Eric, and she got noticed by quite a few people. But she did apologize to not only me, but to Eric and to the whole group on stirring up such a mess. But Speedy came in because people were talking and bashing her back, and Speedy just recommended that not anybody react to it or say anything that has like the violence. Facebook, they can tag your page for a threat of violence or against community standards, that kind of thing. So bottom line is it was misread, but he was talking to people that were going after her, and he thought that he was talking to him, kind of thing. You know what I mean? About not saying the bad words, because he don't have a filter, and a lot of rock stars don't. So bottom line is he thought he was talking to him, and it's like, don't tell me what to do, kind of thing. So but Speedy took it well, and Eric Singer gave an apology in his own way with give Speedy back, or give one of these a Speedy for me kind of thing. So it's all good, folks. Just so you know, it was just a heat of the moment kind of thing. It lasted a little bit more than 1 minute or so, but it all ironed out, and especially post auction. But Eric had a lot of fun, and we will do one again between the cruise and Christmas. You know, maybe we'll try to plan something for Thanksgiving weekend or something. We'll see what his plans are, and it's up to him. But he's got a lot more pictures that he wants to offer up as well for you guys to choose from. So now that you know how it all works, you guys, more of you can do a pre-order, have time for after the cruise and after the Thanksgiving holiday to be able to pay for it and all that. So, but no, Eric wasn't being a dick, or Johnny. Eric's not a dick. Eric's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. All right. I will stand up for him till I can't stand up no more. So Eric is not a dick unless you are a dick back. Or unless you're a dick to him. So I want to be clear on that. And people get bad raps because of one incident, two incidents, whatever, because there may be somebody, you don't know what somebody's going through that day, if they're in a bad mood or not. So to call somebody a dick, that's not true with Eric. And I've seen the same thing go down with Peter and Gigi on how things go with them. And they're two of the nicest people, Peter and Gigi are, that I've ever met in my life. And Eric is no different. You guys have no idea how much Eric has given back to people. I mean that. So I say that with full confidence that Eric is not a dick. So, and I don't feel bad for me. I'll defend both of them, with anybody that are my friends, because I know them and I'm a pretty good judge of character. And I understand Johnny's point of view. If somebody has a bad experience with somebody, I get that. It's just you caught him on a bad day or 2 bad days in a row or something. I don't know, but even Speedy is not pissed off at Eric Singer. All right, just so you guys know that. So just keep that in mind. All right, I'm saying it like it is. So $100, Chris, that is yours. And everybody's got a right to their own opinion. I'm not saying any different, Johnny, just so you know. I'm not saying that anything bad towards you either. But I just know him personally, and yeah, everybody can be an asshole. And I know plenty that I thought were good people that turned out to be assholes. I mean, major assholes. So there's that too. I get it. But anyway, he's always been really consistent as far as I'm concerned. And I do hear stories that he wasn't so nice to them or standoffish or whatever. But, it just depends on what's going on around you that day. All right. So we got CN, Crazy Nights, Gene. All right. So let's do this. We got CN, Crazy Nights, 15. We got R for Revenge, Gene, RG, 15. RG, 15 for Revenge, Gene. And then we'll do... let's do B for Biting. B for Biting for this one. It's Revenge, but we're going to do B for Biting. $15 on that. Sorry if I'm... how's that line go? Forrest Gump. Sorry if I messed up your Black Panther party or whatever it was. I can't remember. Sorry if I ruined your Black Panther party. I know, right, Todd? You give him an apology like that all the time. But it is all good and all behind us. So, but yeah, the shirts, I think even Speedy would wear one just to make a point to people around him, I'm sure. So everybody's got their moment with people, and want to say that out loud. So, especially in today's world. Hey, Danielle, good to see you. Wow, we have 78 people in here with YouTube and Facebook. So thank you guys. So before I put the photos away, the last photos of the night here, most likely. John, I don't know about that, but I'll take your word for that one. As far as the second part, but a friendly one, I don't know about, but Just kidding, John. So anyway, Crazy Nights, Gene, 15. Biting, 15. And R for Revenge, Gene. Sorry, he's going upside down and round and round. So those will be the last Gene photos of the night, and let's move along. There you go, Tina. So, and again, I mean, we're throwing out a lot of the D words here that can rouse Speedy up to, and then there's a hole remark and a lot of language being thrown out there that might get you a reply from Speedy to say, hold it down. You'll get tagged. You'll get the Facebook page tagged, and then you guys will be the ones saying, mind your own business, Speedy. So, ain't that right, Speedy? All right, let's do these. We got The Wife of Mr. Gene Simmons tonight on DVD in the firing line. This is a Shannon Tweed movie before she was Shannon Tweed Simmons. And let's start this DVD off. Let's do $6. Sure, Speedy, hang on. So DVD $6, firing line, and I don't know which Def Leppard you wanted to see, buddy, but let me see what I got, because I put them all back and may have shuffled them all in the thing here, so I shouldn't be too far off though. So I got this one here, Speedy. There is that one close up, $10. So CK for Close Kiss. And did I leave the other one in here? Yes. So here is the other one that I had of the, we'll do DLK for Def Leppard and Kiss. See names behind. So DLK for Def Leppard Kiss. So $10 on that as well. So CK for Close Kiss, DLK for Def Leppard and Kiss, if those are of interest to you. From the same show that night. I believe that was 2012, if I'm not mistaken. 2012 or 13, I can't remember. So $6 for firing line with Shannon Tweed. And then I've got a Gene Simmons Season 2 Family Jewels, signed by Gene Simmons. The DVD does have a little bit of shelfware to the cover, if you can see this. And yeah, I think that's like tape residue. You might be able to get some goo going on that. I don't know. But you can see it right there. So for this Gene Simmons DVD, I'll start off at 100 on that. For the Family Jewels, just put FJ. All right, so I got Taylor in on the Def Leppard Kiss and Speedy in on the Close-Up Kiss. So very good. Those are now claims for you guys, so I can just write them down. So Taylor, Shuhan, that was the Def Leppard and Kiss by 10, and then the Close Up Def Leppard and Kiss by 10 for Speedy. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, so nobody on this for 100? 100. Starting bid on the Gene Simmons DVD, and it is the second season. Behold the second coming. That's why it's good to be Gene. 77 years old today. Wow. Crazy. Let's see if there's any interest in this right here. Oh boy, it's heavy. So it does come with the COA in the back. These were it was I can't remember how many were in the thing. I think it was 10 made, something like that to that effect. And they were only available in European country or cities or whatever provenance. Anyway, I paid quite a bit of money to get this one to arrive to the States, and I just don't know where to put it. And maybe someone out there that is more into the Gene Simmons band than I am would appreciate this more. But there's a lot of things that I've moved to the States that are imports that I flip or keep or whatever the case is. But this was done back 2 years ago, 2024. And let's start this off at I would do 500 starting bid on this. 500 starting bid. I'm telling you, it is very heavy. So you will pay at least $80 probably to get it shipped to you. So, and then there's local pickup if you like, or I can bring it to Orlando with me if you'd like. If you're going to be in Orlando and live in the Florida area or driving to Florida, you can drive it back home, save you that money. So $500 on the Gene Simmons band. I forgot what they call it. It's a special kind of artwork. It's like glass kind of thing. No, Christy, I'm sorry. I'm not showing the Gene photos again. I'm already done with them. They were all sold. I got to move on to different things, buddy. All right. So we got the family jewels up for 100. I'm only going to be on here till 10 o'clock. So I say that with respect. I got an hour and 13 minutes to try to move some things, and I don't want to revisit the photos. But you can rewatch, and if you see anything you like, message me, okay? Here is this Gene Simmons canvas. If you're interested in that, this is 11 by 14. And yeah, for the States. That's for the States, Stephanie. that's how heavy it is and how big it is. But free delivery, or if you're going to Orlando. For this right here, I'll start this off. I'll do 350 starting bid on that. If there's any interest in the Gene Simmons flipping off signed canvas there. So 350 on that. All right. And let's see if there's any interest in some cassettes or coasters or something like that I have here. Just some quick stuff. So I've got the Kiss debut cassette, 15. These are CRC editions. You see the CRC right there. There's a little sticker residue on that from a price tag. So CRC 15. I got KA for Kiss Asylum. I got these from my buddy Todd. And I got a sweet deal on them. So maybe you need one or two of them to fill in your cassette collection. So KA 15. We got Rock and Roll Over 15. One thing I find about Kiss stuff, if it doesn't sell that night, keep it on your table. It'll sell the next week or in the next year. So it's all a matter of who's there that night and after they've seen what they need. CRC Kiss Alive. That is that a 2? No, Alive 2 is a 2 tape. So yeah, Kiss Alive is just one tape. And that is 15 as well. Just put A for Alive on that one instead of KA for Kiss Asylum. You got D for Dynasty, CRC, 15 on that. And they're in great condition. All of them are in great condition. Here, Just to Kill. These may be a good upgrade for you if you need them. So DTK. And then lastly, we'll just do we'll do KAII for Kiss Alive 2 for here. Volume 1, Volume 2. So II, capital II is 2 in Roman numerals. Then I've got coasters. So KC for Kiss coasters. Those 2 shall be 15. So it's like a $15 night tonight. And instead of a Dollar Tree, it's a $15 tree. So I got Rock and Roll Over Dynasty for 15 from Richard and Dominic. So I'm just going to write down the name of the cassette. So we'll give him 1 minute just in case there's anyone else that wants to do 16 on either one of those. rock and roll over tape. And if you need to make payments on this little, I forgot what they call it, glycerite or something like that. I don't know. You can feel free to do so, but that was a $500 starting bid on that. I believe it cost me like $700 to $800, if I'm not mistaken, to have with the shipping and all that stuff involved. So rock and roll over tape, dynasty tape, and we've got Kiss coasters. Let me grab me a drink here. Okay. I held these up last night and they didn't get no bids. I think I had them for it's either I think $10 each, but I'm going to do them half price tonight just to get them out of here. Let me confirm that. Okay, they did not sell last night. So here is Gene Simmons, Tommy Thayer. There's the dog tags, the Prism version. There's Paul Stanley, and then here is Eric Singer. So for all four of them, let's start them off at $20. $20. DT20 for dog tags. All right, Chris Taylor comes in on Dress to Kill and Alive. DTK tape. Alive tape. Taylor, I do not actually. I've never been to see the Gene Simmons band, believe it or not. I've had two opportunities. One, I was out of town. That's them being here, but I wouldn't travel to go see Gene Simmons band. But if I was in the area or whatever, but even with them here in my state, like I said, this past Friday, he was here in Indy, and I just had no interest. If it was at a venue where you park and just walk right in, cool. But the fairgrounds is such a freaking nightmare and such a long walk to get to the free stage and all that in the heat. And plus, I had an auction that night with the Peter Criss auctions, and just too many different things that were involved with that situation that I just there was no way I could have done it. And I was tired also, so that's a big factor. So I could have got second row tickets. I was offered second row tickets for the show by someone that was selling the tickets at the same price they paid, which was a decent price, but I just had no interest in doing it. So, and it's no offense to Gene, and I'm just not on the top of my list for that day, I guess. Will I regret it? I don't think so. Not if I see him in Vegas, you know. But I missed some opportunities to go see Ace that I wish I would have looking back on it, done them. And I was invited to shows by Ryan and Jeremy and the guys. So I just did not want to go, even though it was still in the state. It was like a 2.5 hour trip each way. And I'm good on this one kind of thing. So I do regret that. Don't know when the last time is going to be. Dominic Boots go for anyone. Dynasty tape. Let's call that one for Robert Cox. You got that, buddy, for 15. Okay, and Kiss Coasters. Dominic. And then Dress to Kill tape. Currently at. Oh, I didn't do a merch booth there? I mean, he did say that he is just keeping it simple. He is not wanting to bring a lot of roadies and gear and trucks and all that stuff. He's keeping it nice and contained and simple and just minimizing the work basically of it all. So um, I'm sure there's a purpose, and plus that's why they make websites, in my opinion. Go to genesimmonsband.com. I don't know if there is one. I've never been to the site, but Chris Taylor, and then Alive Tape 15. Kenny, what do you think of the Anaheim set? I don't. To be honest, Todd, I haven't got it, buddy. I have no interest in buying vinyl, but I have actually thought about buying that one after hearing um, the Amazon Music version of it. So I bet it does sound even better on vinyl. And I just kind of been staying away from buying the Kiss Online vinyl for two reasons. It's overpriced, and if you do pay the kind of money, you got to deal with sending it back because usually it's damaged when you get it back or when you get it sent. So um, the last one I got though was unplugged. I will say that I got the unplugged picture disc and the regular wax on that set. So I thought that was a pretty interesting set. But whether I keep it or not, we'll see. But it's not down here yet. So, all right. So that leaves me with two cassettes left. And, or no, actually, it's just one. So there's Alive 2 called the Alive. So if anyone's interested in this, A15 for the Alive 2 set. Because I am assuming, Chris Taylor, you were bidding on the Kiss Alive since I said A instead of AII for A2. So, and all right, let's do a best offers. Best offers on the Gene Simmons signed second season, I should say. Second season, behold the second coming for this. So the DVDs are all in here, and yeah, they are nice. I do love the new album covers. If I'd known that every album cover was going to be embossed and foil and the posters all foil and all that, I may have stuck with them and started them all to try to get them all. But there's so many coming out, and how many pressings do you need of one album? You know, that's the way I look at it these days. I know a lot of people love that stuff. I'm just not one of them. Okay. All right, so let's try just a little bit. Yeah, I need to bring these upstairs. Hang on, guys. But if I don't put them over there, I'm not going to remember them. So I better do it now. All right. All right, so Speedy's in on the Gene Simmons Family Jewels for 50. Kevin comes in at 60. It's just a fast, hurried signature, but it is Gene Simmons' signature for the Family Jewels. So let me see. Here is Gene Simmons signed Hottest Show on Earth. That was the last show I went seeing at the State Fair and hated it. This is number 1071 of 2000. And if there's any interest in that, I'll start off at 250. DVDs at 65 for the offer. Can you accept it? We will see. So Gene Simmons, a 13 by 19 litho for VIPs for the 2010 How to Show on Earth tour, signed by Gene Simmons himself in black right at the top. You just need the other three. And I'll start that off. Let's do 200 for that lithograph or print or poster, whatever you want to call it. But it is limited to 2,000. So GS 200 on that, if that is of interest. I don't want Gene to sign my family jewels, and I don't blame you, Robert. All right, let me engage with the conversation here. We still have 59 people hanging out with YouTube, 51 on Facebook. So thank you guys for being here again. It'll be short auction tonight, but I do have some good stuff that if you missed last night and some stuff I haven't put up tonight, just as of yet, anyway. So there it goes, very nice and Indy. All right, so the point I'm making, we all have bad days and see things in the wrong way. I have been called a dick a lot. Well, very, don't get me wrong, just felt really bad. I don't feel bad for Speedy, Johnny. Never feel bad for Speedy. Because he will latch on to you and take every bit of sympathy from you that he possibly can and milk it like a cow. Oh man, I just can't live anymore because he treated me. Can you buy me? Can you buy me a gallon of gas? No, I'm just playing. There's people like that though. Trust me, we all know that. So again, Kenny, are you going to wear the robe and walk around like Hef? It depends on how much you want to pay me, Amy Beth. If I walk around like Hef, so I'm not taking my shirt off though because I still want the people to watch. So Gene Simmons shirt or Gene Simmons shirt, Gene Simmons canvas. See, you got me all distraught now. Gene Simmons canvas. Stop coming in here and stirring things up, Amy. So Gene Simmons canvas 350 on that one if there's any interest. I have offers coming in on the DVD still, so we'll see where we fall at. But I think the last offer was there it is. And I'm not going to ask anybody to feel bad for me because Speedy likes throwing the middle finger at me. So, but Speedy's at 65 on the offer for the DVD. I've got some claims here if anyone's interested. I've got three 6-man cruise lanyards. If you're interested in these, I'll do claims on them for I'll do $10 each. So if you got Kiss Cruise passes and you need the lanyard for them, I've got Trace, three of them. I don't know why she would ask me if I want to sell this. She probably forgot it's personalized. We used to have a friend that personalized stuff for us for the cruises and stuff, and we had these made, and she's asked me if I want to sell this. I don't think anybody's going to want to buy anything, and then it's got Kiss Army Indianapolis on there as well. So that is, I'll keep, I think. So, all right, but 70 on the DVD so far, and Speedy's at 75. So I will say, I'll let you guys battle it out, but I'm going to say that at 75, I will accept that as the minimum offer. So if there's no other bids that come in, Speedy will get it for 75, but anything over 75, $2 increments if you want, I don't care. Whoever is the last man or woman standing will take that DVD for that price. So $10, just put L10 for the lanyards. Let's do, I had these up last night. See if there's any interest in them tonight. These are $100 for all four. Here is the Catman, Peter Criss. Beware of anything with four legs that doesn't purr. Here is Ace Frehley. These are fan made again, and they are pretty cool. Just kind of a thing for the represents each member, kind of thing. So, Beautiful Strangers will begin to follow you. I actually won these in a drawing, and I got them at a good deal. So, don't look now, but your tongue is growing. Gene Simmons boot. So, in 100 on all four of those, if those are of interest before they make it into my cabinet, and the top goes on forever. Well, until I take it off anyway. I got this Kiss Cruise landlocked, fully signed poster, 11 by 17, thick stock. Any interest in that? I will start it off. You know what? I sold a. I forgot to write that down last night. I bet. I think it was Marion Cabretti. Marion, are you here? But I want to double check that. Marion Cabretti. Japan Lick It Up last night for 40. Lick It Up Japan. I just forgot to write that down, I guess. So Speedy comes in at 85 on the DVD. Are we going to hit the 100? The original $100 that could have taken it a long time ago? We shall see. So 200 for the landlocked, if there's any interest in the fully signed landlocked poster. And then I had the Kiss fans right here, the Cruise fan, and then the signed Space Invader Originals fan, and or Origins, I should say, not Originals, Origins, signed by Ace in black on the Cruise when he was on the Cruise in, I think, was it 2018, I think. I'll start it off at 75 for the Cruise fan and the Ace fan. And they are fan made. It's a whole lot of fandom going on there, isn't it? Chris comes in on the necklaces for $1. So that is sold last night, and so is this one. So I should have had them off the table last night. Awesome. Great. All right, cool. So now let's do a little history. DVD going once for Speedy at 85. I got these off the soundboard cards, 15 for the off the soundboard cards. And let's get to this. This is a unique piece here, and I'm going to start it off at 500 if there's any interest, but it will come with a printed photo I did of it, of him wearing it on the A&E show for his biography. So, but here is the COA. Doesn't really indicate that it was that shirt in particular, but it does say this item was personally owned and worn by Gene Simmons, and it is signed by Gene as well. And here is the said shirt, and you can tell it's not a cheap shirt either because it's kind of got like a nice embroidery all the way across it. So I don't think they would have sold something that's that well made to people at the shop. So with the sticker on it, his signature, and if there's any interest in this, just put IS for IndyCar Series. And that, my friends, that will be a 500 starting bid on that for that to leave my house here. And if you know Gene Simmons and his t-shirts, he wears them, a lot of them, more than once. So how many times have you seen the Team Gene with the vampire shirt? He actually wore it to Indy this year again as well. And I keep meaning to bring that shirt down. I got one of those shirts that I keep meaning to bring down because it doesn't fit. That's a classic. that whole album's a classic. All right, so let me write some stuff down. All right, so Speedy goes out on the DVD. Gosh, Speedy, you let Zach push you out. But no, Zach did not push you out. It was Kenneth Ferrier that pushed you out. Kenneth Ferrier came in first on the DVD Zach Stork. Just so you know, you can see the timestamp right here. You got 21:09:09. Zach Stork, you come in at 21:09:10. So 1 second difference. But Kenneth beat you nevertheless. All right, so let's go DVD GSFJ Family Jewels, and Chris is in on the 4 necklaces at 100, going once on those, going twice. For Chris. So I'll show them one more time before I call them, but you got 30 seconds to go 105 if you're interested. So there's the Gene. There is the Paul. Here is the Ace. I do like the saying there, if you start to vibrate, remove pendant at once. And of course the Catman, Peter Chris. And so Zach hit the beginning price of the DVDs anyway. So we'll see if it exceeds it now with Kenneth Ferrier at a 105. If not, Zach will take the DVD at 100, or the DVDs at 100. And I might as well take the DVDs out to show you. They're all 3 there in good shape. And the DVDs are inside. And bam. Let me see, try to see if it has a running time on the whole show. This right here is 8 hours and 26 minutes plus extras. Contains 3 discs. And it is signed by the demon himself. And is that why it's good to be Zach? Or will it be good to be Kenneth? We're going to do it going once, going twice on this for 100 unless there's a 105. And you got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Chris, my friend, you have the necklaces for 100. Thank you, sir. The Gene Simmons IndyCar Series shirt. That is 500 starting bid on that. Ken Fair comes in at 105. And if anybody wants a blood towel, I have one for $1,000 if you're interested in it. Not a penny less. 1,000 on a blood towel embroidered with Gene Simmons and owned by Gene Simmons from Gene Simmons. Not from a blood base meet and greet, but from Gene Simmons auctions. And if you're interested in that, I'll show it to you. It is actually back there beside Peter Chris, the picture of Peter Chris. So Zach Stork come in, Ken Fair comes in at 120. Look at you guys. Boy, I love this best offer thing. So you guys surprise the hell out of me all the time on the best offer page that I do. And it's some cool things that go for much more than I expected them to go. And that's why I love my friends that are doing the best offers page. They make a lot more than they expected that they were going to make by putting a set price on things, because it just depends on how much the person that is looking at it wants to get for it. So interesting fact, Gene was first known as the vampire. It was on the card set on the original. Is that right? I didn't even think about that, Paul. I forgot all about that. I shall show the Gene towel. So we'll just wait till just know that we're at 120 on the DVDs. That comes in at 125. All right. I wasn't going to sell it, but I'll offer it up. This is not one of the just plain white towels. This is owned by Gene, and it has the sticker on it, and it would come in this frame just like this. This is the embroidered towel. It came from the Gene Simmons auctions, and with that COA attached to it, saying that that came from the auction. So, or is personally owned by him through the auction site. And it may even still be on record from the auction, but whatever price it was, 1,000 is my price for it to go. If anyone's interested in that, just put T1000. I'm not talking Terminator stuff. Towel 1000. But that is one of my babies right there. One of my keepers. About it. And again, it can go to Florida with me. All right. Originally signed by all four. History book. The price tomorrow will be 1,010. Just to be clear, because it was only being offered tonight because it's Mr. Simmons' birthday. So if you don't want to celebrate tonight, get it, sell, kiss and sell. Yeah, okay, sorry. It's 1,010 tomorrow. I had no intention on selling it, but I figured it's his birthday, so we'll do a celebration. Signed by Gene Simmons, the birthday boy, and the rest of the gang, Peter, Ace, and Paul. Nice history book, nice spine. Everything's nice and tight. And then for the slip cover, does have this little shelf blemish right here. A lot of them do, but it's on the bottom. If you can see that, it's not really split per se, but it's starting to kind of come apart there. So with it being displayed like that, or even like that, with the book inside, it's going to look great still. So with the history book signed by all four, let's start that off at, I'm gonna do 425. 425 for the history book signed by the OGs. All right, so but that DVD is still moving, isn't it? The DVD set. So 130 for that. And 425 for the history. I got this trading card binder. It is empty, but you can put your cards in this if you get the sleeves. This is from the Press Pass cards. It is official. Black on black. And I believe I had $40. Yeah, $40 on that last night. If there's any interest in it tonight. And that is my price tonight. The same as last night. Mr. Scheib. He's so Scheib. Let's do another fun one tonight. We got LC here for Lynn Christopher. And Kenneth Ferrier is coming in strong at 140. Chris. We have Zach Stork out. That's not a hard thing to do, but let's see if Kenneth Ferrier can put Chris out, or if Chris puts Kenneth out. Let's see who comes out on top. Chris is taking the lead again at 145. So LC, let's do a $1 start. L $1. LC $1. Then Christopher first album reissue. Very Holy Grailish kind of item to get, is basically a Kiss album without it being named Kiss. So, and Lynn is singing. All the Kiss. It's not really a Kiss album per se. It's it's got Gene and Paul on it. So it's not like it's a Wendy O. Williams album, which it can be compared to something like Creatures of the Night or something in that era, with all the members on that one, Benny and Eric and Gene and Paul. But I do have a whole lot, and I do mean a whole lot, of Wendy O. Williams stuff coming. And I have a collection that the guy's dad was friends with Wendy O. Williams. There's a lot of personal things that she signed to him. I got records, all kinds of records and tapes of the Plasmatics and Wendy O. Williams. So stay tuned on all that stuff, guys, if you like the Plasmatics at all. All right. So, what does that album sound like? I mean, basically, it's kind of soft listening kind of thing. What Pointer Sisters? What the hell are you talking about, Mary? Pointer Sisters, where? I got Marion Cabretti come in first on the Lynn Christopher album for $1, then Danny Miller. So Kenneth Fair, let me know if you want to come in at $150 on the DVD or if you are out, sir. Otherwise, Chris will be a countdown for him in 30 seconds. All right. So I got the Kiss Color Vinyl Deluxe Edition 2LP. This is still sealed, and it will come with this Kiss Record Collector News that will go with it. No, it's not a 70s album. It's from the 70s, yes. You have to do some, oh, you like her Pointer Sisters. Okay. All right. I got you now. Mary likes her Pointer Sisters? I'm so confused. But anyway, for the Destroyer 45th anniversary color deluxe vinyl, let us do, in celebration of it being the 45th, let's do a $45 starting bid. D45. And that's not a cup size or anything to veer away from the Pointer Sisters comments going on. D45, not double D 45. So, Destroyer 45. Okay, so Rob Crespo, what you talking about, Willis? What kind of payments you need to do, buddy? Just let me know here live if you would, if you need 2 or 3 payments. I won't do 12 payments of $5 a month or anything like that, but I'm willing to talk to you, buddy. Very willing to talk to you on that. So let me know, just kind of give me an idea how much you think, 2, 3 payments, what you need. What you need. But of course, unless there's a 425 bid that comes along, I got to take that, because if somebody can pay right now, it'd be great, but it's money in the bank for me later. So cup sides of Saturdays, headlights today. What is this? Hey. What can I say, Amy? I'm a dude. Nah, I've never really been that kind of guy. I'm more of the lower portion kind of guy, without saying the words or anything. So that's me. So because boy, I hit the jackpot on the upper part, and it just wasn't ever my thing. So there's a lot of waste there as far as I'm concerned, but and she don't like them either. But she's grateful that she's got them. I'm not saying that, because it beats the alternative, of course, with women suffering from breast cancer and all that. But I know that she wishes that she could have gotten a reduction at earlier time in her life. So absolutely not, Paul. Absolutely not. You have unveiled your secrets to me, pal. So it's either that or I would call you a liar straight up. So absolutely not with you. I'm on to you. No, 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 no. All right. So Chris, congrats on the DVD. And thank you guys for the fight. That was a good battle for the Gene Simmons best offer there. Turned out to be 155. So that was best enough for me. There's where the best enough comes into play, Amy. Okay. So best enough 155 is sure as hell a lot better than 100 that I started out at and I was expecting. So Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it. And I didn't make the price. I didn't give that price. It exceeded what I actually was. It could have been a claim an hour ago. It's all a matter who's here at the right time, right? It's all about that base, the base. Pretty much. So, oh God, come on, Leslie. Yeah, KBF. best best enough friend. So, all right. Let me show this Kiss story one more time, and we have a bid at 425 on this from my friend Rob Crespo. And right here is the OG signatures. Great signatures too. Signed in '96 by Paul, Peter and Ace, and possibly by Gene and Paul at that time too. But Peter and Ace dated theirs. So, and once I get it in here, you can see the spine is nice and tight. Everything looks good. So, unless there's a 4:30, we'll be calling this for my friend Rob in about 2 minutes. So, there you go. Or there you go, however you want it to look. And that can be shipped media mail, just so you know. So it'll probably be about maybe $15 media instead of $50 for the heaviness of it. Kenny is a bass player, a bass player. So that is a funny line. And don't forget, I do have the Gene Simmons own shirt. And coming here soon will be the robe back there. We'll see if there's any interest in that. So Gene Simmons' own shirt, that's 500 starting bid with the COA signed by Gene. The sticker on there as well. The sticker on here, signed by Gene on the cut front, and there is a shirt of him wearing the same exact shirt with that embroidery on the top. So it is a perfect match for Provenance. With or without the COA, you got the picture. So 500 on that shirt, and it just has never made it into my case yet. But I'm gonna put it back over here for right now. I'd really like to get rid of this thing here. So uh, we got 69 people hanging out. This is signed by the birthday boy there, Gene. Signed by Tommy. Signed by Paul. And then, of course, Peter Chris. And I will start this off at, let's give someone a good deal on this. What should we start this off at, Pablo? Tell the people I said $1. He said $1. $1 start. Your voice is cracking, buddy. That's my voice. That's why I said that. So my voice is cracking. So $1 starting bid. $1 for Pablo. Signed by all four from the World Domination 2003-2004 era. There you go. That'll probably go till the end of the auction, so I won't call it right away. If we're starting off literally at $1, we're not off to a good start. So I was expecting maybe 5 to come in for Paul, but we're here to celebrate the Demon's birthday, and why not? Why let him keep all the money, and I'll just sell my stuff dirt cheap, so you guys can have more money to spend on him, right? That's the way it works. So we got History Book is currently at 70 Greg Shoemaker's in at 450. So statue is currently at 100 from Johnny Arnold. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, everyone. We're just here to have fun tonight. So this will be my last auction, you believe it, for 10 days, I think. I'm gonna miss you guys. We'll see. I may come in and maybe I'll find something cool and do like find some stuff at Kiss Army. I think Kiss Army Warehouse or whatever the name of it is now. I don't know if it's changed yet or not. But if he's there, I might buy a few things and maybe offer up for a quick sale one night. We'll see. But don't think that there won't be any listings going on my page. That will be all week long. I'll be doing listings on my page all week long of different items. Okay, so remember that if you want to just come and get your Kiss fix on a few things that are nice, and especially the Peter Criss stuff that's going to be listed. And don't forget, I got a nice Peter Criss guitar pickup that I found in a Millennium, of all places, a Millennium bag that from the show that him and Ace worked on with Paul and was Gene in Millennium? Or was it just Peter and Paul and Ace? I can't remember if Gene was in it. I can't remember that. So Kisser's at 500 from Greg Shoemaker. And Rob, you never let me know on what kind of payments you're wanting to make on that book. So please let me know, because the higher you go, the more spread out you're going to be. So, so in other words, if you were thinking monthly payments and you're up to where you were going to stop, or I mean, if it would have taken you 2 or 3 months to do that, and how long is it going to take for this one if it goes higher? So please let me know if you would. I'm confused. Is the statue and the autographed Pablo figure the same? Yes, it's the statue, and Rob comes in at 510. All 4 signatures are on it. They are live signatures. There was never a printed signature on it. You can see Paul right there on the back. The P's a little bit faded there, but still very legible. Peter Criss under the arm, Tommy Thayer under the arm, and Gene Simmons on the front of the shoulder. In my opinion, Paul should have signed the front, but that's just my opinion. Unless there's some people out there that want to look at Paul from behind. So I'm sure there are. So, not that there's anything wrong with that, whether it's male or female, I guess. So, oh, did you say 3 payment? Okay, I didn't see it. So, therefore, I did not agree to that, but I will agree to it still. So, but I'm just saying I didn't see it. I'm sorry. But yes, that's however you need to do it, buddy. But Greg Shoemaker is in at 525. So, we'll go until someone says out. Rob comes in at 535. But we will discuss the layaway plan and the fees for that involves. It will be a 20% markup per month of payments. So keep that in mind, sir. That would be what, 520? That would be $104 a month extra, I believe. No. I do sound like Gene Simmons a day, don't I? So we're at 550 for that, and the statue is currently at 200 from Dave Long. So I won't keep Dave long on a decision on if I'm going to call that or not. So get that, Dave Long. I won't keep Dave long, but never mind. Anyway, so we're going to do going once for Dave at 200. Is there a 205 for the fully signed thing of, or the bust for Paul Stanley? Leslie, me and you need to talk. I tried to negotiate a proposal with you that if I drive these people crazy, then you be there to, I'll get my cut from you as well. So when you become their therapist, it's all a part of my plan. But anyway, no, I appreciate you guys being here. I'm having fun. For such a dark day, it's still, you gotta, life goes on, and I get it. When you deal with death, you can't let it bring you down. And You got to try to live your life moment by moment, the best you can. I owe you $1. Can I do a payment plan? Absolutely, Jimmy. I'll do 33.3 a month for you if that works. All right, so Dave Long comes in on statue for 225. Greg Shoemaker's in on the Kistry book for 575. So let me write these two things down, Kistry, because I'll probably forget to write those down, and they're the biggest selling items of the night. So Kistry book and the Paul bust. And I do want to point out to you folks, I have these busts upstairs that were owned by Peter. They're all four in boxes. None of them were signed on the bust itself, but the Peter Chris box is signed. So when I get them out, they're huge boxes too. So when I get them out, I just been trying to make room with all the little stock to do the inventory. I got the big 2-footers out, but I still have 2 more 2-foot destroyer figures left to offer up to people, and one of them is a Peter Chris signed one as well. So some big items still to come, and you can see the t-shirts that'll be coming up, all the vintage t-shirts, and much more to come. All right, so Peter, he said he got on the phone the other day and just said, "Good job, man," and he's happy that the fans are being so responsive to all the stuff that he's offering up. So he's pretty happy about it. So hopefully when you see him in Orlando, if you talk to him, um, just let him know, give him my thanks or whatever, and make that part of your conversation if you'd like. But not too long, because he's got his hands full this weekend. Remember that. Peter is very personable and likes talking to the fans, but he's going to have his plate full this weekend. So keep that in mind, folks. All right. Being a Kiss fan traumatizes my bank account. So it was a good fight. And thank you, Rob, and thank you, Greg. But Greg, we're going to do it going once, going twice. We make this quick and painful like a Band-Aid taking off, but we're going to give it 15 more seconds just in case there was maybe someone thinking about an OG history. But we're at 625, and you've got another 10 seconds to put a 630 in on that, or it is a goner. And we're going to do the same with the Kiss bus. We are currently at 210 from Marion Cobretti. No, I'm sorry, we're at 225 from Dave Long. So 225 is the lead right now on the statue for 225, and Dave has waited long enough, so we're going to give that another. We'll give that 30 more seconds for Dave Long, unless there's another bid at 230 on the statue. The bust for 230 would be the next bid. So, Greg Shoemaker, you are the lucky winner on that one. 6 1/4. Thank you, sir, and thank you, Rob. Greg Shoemaker. I did have the other stuff up tonight that I'd take payments on as well. So if you need to, I'd rather not, because I like to just get it out the door as soon as possible. But I don't. I'm not here to hurt anybody's budget. So if that's what you need to do. So I didn't see Marion coming in on that for 215, or I'm sorry, 230. So I want to do this. And if I see that there's no bids coming in before that for 230, then Dave Long, okay, never mind, there's Marion. So before the swipe even happens. So we're at 230. So 235 would be the next bid, Dave. Sorry. But Marion wants it as well. So I'm going to put him back over here on this pile of shirts where he was safe. He's been rusting in a tub of my t-shirts, so they don't get damaged. But that bust, just to remind you guys, on that bust, it will need a bottom piece of felt, or make sure it's on a doily or something. You don't want to put it directly on a tabletop because it may scratch. Just put some of the felt little things on the bottom to keep it up off your table, because the bottom felt has peeled off over the years. Right? If I didn't indicate that. It's something you don't see, but I want to make you aware of it. So let's do one of these. Um, See if there's any interest in this. I'll do 70 starting bid on the Eric Singer signed in chrome paint pen. I got TT, Tommy Thayer, 60. Paul Stanley, that's 250 starting bid on him. I think I had it for 325, but I'll do 250 on this. This is a vintage owned by Paul Stanley photo. And I will do this one tonight right here for 300 if there's any interest in that one. And they are gone from what I was told on those. So, and then I had the iron on, just put IO. We'll start it off at 151500. All right. The 33 Eric Picture, are you willing to download on a drive and I'll print off myself? Personal use only. What you talking about, Willis? For the show 33? Show number 33 photo? No. I would not do that. I'm sorry. That is, just so you understand, William, that is something that is not a Xerox copy. It's hard to tell in the photos, and I got thinking about that and I got sidetracked. The printing on that show number 33 photo that was from the December 31st show of Auburn Hills, that is like it's a very shiny print. It's very cool. It's from the Psycho Circus tour, but it's not a Xeroxable copy. I wouldn't Xerox it for it to be reproduced. So there will be a sticker put on it wherever the winner decides if they want it on the back. If they want it inside of a sleeve, I can put it on the sleeve of the display. No, I'll keep it on the actual thing or not at all. So on the actual photo, I'll put it on the back side or the front side. It's up to them, up to the winner on that one. So Paul Bus is at 230, but I cannot reproduce something that was owned by Peter Criss. Cannot, will not. I don't sell anywhere but in the open. No private messages, no phone calls or anything like that to make deals. So keep that in mind. Pulp Bus 230, that is yours, man, Cobretti. No, the Eric picks he signed Saturday. 33 picks. 1,000, Zach. No, the Eric Carr picks, or the Eric pick, not Eric Carr. No, the Eric picks he signed Saturday. Them 33 picks. I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. 33 picks, William. Message me later. I mean, I got your message in regards to like six pictures that you wanted. Sorry, I misunderstood that because it's ironic that you said 33 and I thought you meant to show 33s. It looks like a Xerox sign that goes on the wall. It's kind of like what these are. Keep going and the arrow and all that with the band's names, all that good stuff. But the bottom line is, I'm not sure what you mean about 33 picks. So, but Zach, I'm going to stick to my guns on that towel. 1,000 or it stays no matter what. All right. I don't really care to sell it, to be honest. So it's up to you if you want it or not, to be honest. And we're going to keep going, even though the sign went down. This is owned by Gene Simmons for whatever short period of time it was. Freedom in the Rock Tour from the Richmond Coliseum. Nice embroidery on the chest there, signed in white by Gene. Has the sticker inside, and it still has the tie. So for the let me make sure there's no Gene Simmons picks in here. For this, I'll do 800 starting bid on this. $800 starting bid on the towel. Pretty heavy, and it'll probably be an easy $25 to ship it. So, but $800 starting bid if this is of interest. The only reason I'm offering things like this up tonight is because it is Dean's birthday, and it's just something to offer up to you guys if you are interested in it. And otherwise, it would probably would have never made the camera tonight or any other night anytime soon. I did have that up at one point, but I decided to keep it. But the blood towel I've never put up, and who knows if it'll ever go up again. So I don't know. One of these days, that chrome piece of wood back there may go up on an auction one night. You just never know with me. It depends on my mood. But I do appreciate the offer, though, Zach. Just to be clear. So, all right, what time are we? We're at 9:45. Is there anything that you guys are interested in before I head on out? Because I am doing an early night tonight. I had this up earlier for 200, signed in black. And, oh yeah, for that, I think Christopher vinyl. Where were we at on that? There were two bids that came in. For $1. And I don't know if it ever went higher. Let me check that. So there's a lot of questions about it. So Danny Miller and Marion Cabretti came in at $1. The first one was Marion at $1, but I'm not going to call it for $1. So where the hell did you get that big goat drink? Can't get them here. Those are they're like 40 ounces from Circle K. Circle K is what we got. 1 by 10. 1 by 10 is greater than 3. What? I'm not sure I follow what you're saying there, Zach. Let me see. Are you pointing upwards? I have no clue what your math is right there, Zach. I'm sorry. 1 by 10, or 1 times 10 is 10 divided by pi. Yeah, I'm not an algebra rocket science guru like you are, sir. I'm sorry. Thanks for coming in and insulting my intelligence. But one times 10 is 10. 10 divided by pi, or what is that? How would you say that? 10 divided by, or not divided by, that's a pi, isn't it? And 3, pi 3. Oh, I'm gonna have to snap GPT this math problem. So I just can't because I'm broadcasting from that phone. Anyway, here's Link Christopher. I'm going to give this 2 more minutes. Currently, we are at $1 from Danny and from Marion. So I'm going to give it 2 more minutes before I call it a night. And then that way Zach can let me know what the hell he's talking about. 10 to the third power is, thank you. The beauty of Google, right, Leslie? So 10 to the third power. How in the hell is 10 to the third power? Let me see. 10 to the second power would be 100. Oh, you're right. You're right. So, okay. All right, Zach, you got it. So, excuse me, I'm not thinking straight. Okay. Thank you, guys. That's the beauty of being able to Google things like that, and I can't. So, but yeah, 10 to the second power would be 100, and then 100 to the second power again would be 1,000. So, yeah, 10 to 1 is 10, then 10 to 100, and then 100 to equals 1,000. I'm just not thinking straight. All right. I actually got A's and B's in algebra and geometry, stuff like that. It's just been a long time since I put them brain cells to work. So look at Michelle. She had to copy and paste the breakdown of 10, 2 to 3. And see, that's what threw me off. If Zach would have put the 10, 3, but see, you had to have copied that because I don't see how. Let me know what key made you have that lowercase 3, Michelle. Otherwise, you had Googled it. So 10 to the third power is 100, but he looked like a pi sign or greater than, but reversed. I don't know. Maybe things have changed. I don't know. But anyway, I'm a big math buff. Math is my thing. So, then Christopher, $2. Is there $2? If not, we're calling this for Marion at $1, and I don't care if it's $1 or not. So it's been here. I got one left, and it will not be sold for $1. It won't be sold, period. But exactly. But see, I'm a bricklayer, and math is a big thing in laying brick. I mean, otherwise you're going to have a wall that looks like this. So you got to do a lot of math in laying brick, believe it or not. So a lot of fractions and counting the coursing to match, because you don't want to have 25 courses on one side of your wall and then 24 courses on the far right side, because by the time you come in the middle, you're going to be something's wrong there. You're going to be missing a course. And so when you finish your course, your soldiers that go up and down, you can have a 5-inch soldier here and an 8-inch soldier on the far right side, and it don't look pretty. So math is it's a key thing I've dealt with all my life since high school. All right, so Lynn Christopher's at 5 from Chris Taylor, going once for Chris. Get it, Lynn Christopher. We're at 6 for Marion. And 1 to the third power, Michelle is 1. What's 2 to the third power? That would be 8. So Chris Taylor, that is that $10 for Lynn Christopher? Percentage 3, A for crocodile. Exactly, Robert. It's Greek to a lot of people. And I'm not saying I know a lot of math. There's a lot of things that I have forgotten about, but there's things that I just need a quick reminder on things. And it done correctly, like 10 to the third power with the little 3, like Michelle put on there. But he puts the arrow up with 3. So that threw me off. All right, going twice for Chris Taylor at $10, going 2.5. And this is going up over here because it will sell. And I do want to thank you guys for coming out. And oops, let me pick up the boot here. I got to put some more stiffeners in that thing. Anyway, recap. Zach, let me go grab this towel because he's in 1,000. And we'll give this 2 minutes before I close it up. 2 minutes, unless somebody wants to come in at $10 increments. 10.10. 10.10 would be the next bid. 1,010. It will stay with this frame. It is just plastic, and that way you can keep it just like it is. The sticker is on the towel underneath the plastic, and it's a great looking blood towel. Something I didn't intend on selling tonight, but I thought, okay, why not? But the robe behind me, 800. The Gene Simmons band artwork signed by Gene in red. Beautiful signature there by Gene. You can see the Easter egg in her face there, the like makeup pattern kind of thing. And of course, the money bag skull on her head. And that is 500 on that. But it will cost you a good $80 to ship it, if not more, depending on where you're located. I know, right? You got your share of blood towels. So we're going to do another minute. We've already gone a minute or so, unless there's a 10-10. Zach's got another blood towel. You guys going to let him clean up on all the towels or use the towels to clean up? Um, Zach's kiss room is going to look like an episode of Dexter here if he keeps getting these towels the way he is. NCI is going to be coming in and doing an investigation on blood splatter patterns. So it's Marina towels. 30 more seconds and it is Zach's. So let me write down blood towel. This one's a little depressing, Zach. I'm not going to lie. To write down here. I don't know what's more depressing, the towel leaving or me having to fill in the hole where it is right now and another hole in the wall as far as something missing on the wall now. More work for me to do later. But I enjoyed it for what time I had it. So, all right. Well, Paul Scheid just comes in at 1,000 or 1,100. Uh-oh. I was getting ready to call that. I swear I was getting ready to call that. Paul Scheid said, "Nah, buddy, hang on. Blood towel 1,100 from, he didn't even try the 10-10. He went full 100 shot. So he went whatever to that power that is." One day you will think, oh, I don't know about that, Zach. Clone me times 10. That way the other 10 of me can work their asses off and pay for me to be able to have that cloned gene around to be able to get things from him. So Zach comes in at 12. See, now you guys are making me a little happier. I'm telling you, because 1,000, that was a hard thing for me to do. But you guys are $100 at a time making my spirits lift. I'm just saying, I do feel like Gene Simmons right now, and I'm not a money person at all. It's just knowing that it's going bye for I could do a little bit more things with the extra couple $100 now. So it's not a cheap trip to go to Orlando. Didn't Michael Keaton teach us anything? 2x4, 2x8, whatever it takes, whatever. I can't remember what he says. 2x4, 2x5, whatever it takes. But yeah, I know you're talking, Robert, about Multiplicity. Such a great movie. Because for folks that don't know what Multiplicity is, it's when he clones himself to be able to do chores around the house and just be able to relax for himself and not be nagged by his wife. But he multiplies himself or clones himself, and there becomes like what, 4 or 5 more of him, and it's like a videotape. All right, so you're the original copy. So you make a copy. It's good. It's very watchable. It sounds great and all that still, but then you make a copy off the copy, and for each time you make a copy off of a copy off of a copy, the quality goes down. So hence the quality of the cloned men go down. So you got very intelligent, second in charge to what you are, and then by the time you get down to the 4th or 5th clone, is freaking idiot. So yeah, 220, 221, whatever it takes. Yeah, that's Mr. Mom, but that's Multiplicity for you as far as the just the quality going downhill because of himself being duplicated. All right, so Paul, I know you may be working, buddy, but we are going to give it 30 more seconds for Zach. All right, at 1,200, is there a 1,250 or 1,220? I don't care. I just need to see if you want to come up higher. Yeah, he says 220, 221, whatever it takes. Yes, it's been a while since I've seen Mr. Mom. I mean, what, Merv, clean up on aisle 4 or something like that. So I just need to know if you want to go. to that next $5 increment. The bid is for this towel right here, Jeff. We are currently at 1,200. Orlando, Vegas, exactly, Aileen. It's not cheap. And I'm going to be going from here. I'm going to Orlando, and then I'll be going to Jersey. And in a month from the time I get back, then I've got to go to Kentucky in between them two trips to go pick up a collection. Then after Jersey, at some point, I need to go to Texas to go pick up a couple collections in Texas. And then that's after in between Jersey and Vegas. And then I'll be going to Vegas. So Jeff comes in at 13. I was getting ready. I was waiting for Paul, and then here comes Jeff to, okay, no, Paul, I'll take the $1,300 jump. So Zach Stork, we are at 1,300. So you guys don't want to let it go easily, and I didn't either. But we're at 1,300. So thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it. And see, you were wanting to offer me $900, Zach. I thought you were my friend. By the way, tell Jason to give me a call if he's still wanting to do anything as well. I think that he may be good now. I think he's got his own store and stuff, right? But still, we'll talk, buddy. But we're at 1350 now from Zach, so my ice is going away quickly on that. All right, where are we at? We're at 10:02. So this will be the last item of the night, and I did have a bunch of pictures available for sale earlier and a lot sold. But if there's anything that you see last night or tonight, hit me up, message me, and I'll let you know if I got anything that you like. I'll let you know if it's sold or not with my stuff. Of course, there's no rewatch on the Peter auction, so you can't do that. And nothing is for sale behind the scenes. So Jeff is at 14. Well, hell, if I make enough on this towel, I may just go and keep that purple sparkle guitar, Paul. So you can spend more on this if you like. No, I'm playing. It is off the wall, packed up, and it's going out the door Saturday for you, buddy. Because technically you haven't paid me yet, but I'll see you in Orlando. Look forward to meeting Paul Scheib in person. So if you're going to Orlando, make sure you hit up Paul Scheib, and there's hopefully going to be a lot of, just introduce yourselves to me, because all I know is a little picture, and I don't want to feel stupid. Zach does a good enough job on doing that tonight. So, but again, I'm having fun. I'm tired, and I'm not sleepy. I'm just physically tired, and I'm ready to hit the road tomorrow. And just get it done over with. So, all right, since I've got quite a few blood towels already, I'm going to stick Jeff with it, and instead take the Gene Simmons indie shirt for $500. All right, so let me go grab the. No, I'm just playing, Zach, because now we got a Gene Simmons own shirt that can be fought for. Dare I go grab it and see if anybody wants to offer $550 for it? But I won't do that to you, Zach. Okay. And I won't try to cheat you out of money like someone tried to cheat me out of $100. But so Jeff Lurie, congrats on that. But not all seriousness. I appreciate it, Zach, and thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Paul, and congratulations to Mr. Lurie. And now the Gene Simmons IndyCar owned shirt. with double signatures, actually live signatures, and not an embroidered signature, Zach may come out a little bit ahead, in my opinion. Oh shit! So I didn't really say it was unofficially for anybody. I said go back and watch the auction. But Chris said Chris before I got it on paper. I just wrote this down. So Chris comes in and he says, "Nuh-uh, pal. I was going to message him after the auction and try to get it. So I have got to go with what I always do. And if somebody comes in before it's written down on paper, it has not been written, so it shall not be done. So I'm sorry, Zach. So 515 would be the next bid on that one. And Chris just says that he knows what he wants. So he wasn't going to miss his opportunity if he can avoid it. Had I put your name on this paper, I would have said I called it already, but I did not go get the shirt to try to bribe anyone. So give me that kind of credit, okay? Please. I don't want to upset anyone. I still have a row back here for 800. I still have the signed art. I still have a signed Gene Simmons thing, and also I've got a signed canvas for 350 if anyone's interested in that, signed by Gene, 11 by 14. So the indie shirt is at 520 from Zach. So 350 for this. So you guys got multiple things that you can fight for. Everything tonight has been a fight. The history went. You guys went after that, and then the not everything, but the bust and all that stuff. So now that there are other bidding going on, I will grab the shirt just so you can see what you're bidding on. Won't break my neck. All right. Again, you can probably find a better picture than this, just so you know. It's a possibility, and I actually have two of them. They're both the same, but one's got like puncture marks, but I'll include it in there. You can see that. So that's just a freebie. But right here is a photo, and it is on A&E biography where he's wearing it. He's pulling up in a car in front of a hotel. So if you look for that scene, you'll see him wearing it there. But I'm sure there's other pictures elsewhere wearing this shirt. So the size is unknown because the tag is gone, but I would say it's a large. That it could be an extra large, but you can see the embroidery on the top. It's owned by Gene. And it comes with this Gene Simmons certificate of authenticity with the money bag there in the background and signature there in black Sharpie and also the COA sticker. All right, so IndyCar start is at 620. And I'll just put it on top of this blood towel here. All right. Again, robe, 800. Anybody? It's open. It's bigger than any of these other items, just so you know. And yeah, I had fun tonight, guys. We have 43 still hanging out in here. And I know it's kind of going to be a slow week in auctions everywhere on Facebook this week for Kiss fans anyway. Well, that's still going. Let me see if I got another Gene photo or two that I can offer up. That's cool. It's not Gene, but I mean, not a whole lot of Gene. I got like mixed in shots like these with the crowd and here. So let me, there may be a Tommy Thayer fan out there. You guys may be going to see Tommy in Germany or something. I don't know. But there's a Tommy that I took in Indianapolis. Do TT 10 on that if that is of interest. TT 10. And we'll see where we're at on the t-shirt. Boy, it's dry in here. Getting all stuffy. Did I just hear Kenny say that? Say what? That it's going to be a little slow with the auctions? Oh, the robe is open and bigger than these other items. Ha ha ha! I get it, Robert. It almost sounds as bad as the thing I said earlier today. I fit all of Robert Cox in one box. That's what I told my brother. I said, "Oh boy, that did not sound right." But I did not fit it all in one box. There's going to be two boxes, so consider yourself a lucky man. So IndyCar is at $700. Um, here is a Paul. Just put PS if you're interested in that. $10. TT 10. Well, you guys are going after that. I didn't even think about that. I forgot how much of a car fanatic both of you guys are. And here is an off the wall photo here, and Ace is getting off of a bus, but Gene's in the background. So $10 on that if you're interested in that. So the Indy is at 725 from Chris right now. So Zach comes in at 800 and says, "Nuh-uh, Chris, this is mine." But let's see if Chris comes back and says, "Nuh-uh, pal, it is 825." We're going to make Kenny stay on here longer, and I'll do 25 instead of $100 jump. So, which I'm fine with. Don't get me wrong. It's cool to see you guys fighting for it. So I like it. I used to do this, and it's exciting. So, especially for you guys and for me. So this is auction style here. Especially when you got a table full of crap here that has not sold in the past, I don't know, 3 months, 5 months, that is still sitting here that I haven't put away because I've been trying to move it a little bit at a time. And you guys are probably getting tired of seeing some of it, but there's things where I put up already 3 times, and then like that bust, I put that bust up, and yeah, I didn't sell for much. $230. I had it sold at one point for I think $315, but the buyer backed out on it, and I'm fine with just getting rid of it at that cost because people like you are blowing my mind on these kind of bids, and it kind of balances it all out for me. So $925 for that there IndyCar shirt. And that is a great signature too for it to be on a shirt. Why can't he do these kind of signatures on our stuff? Chris, right? Me and Chris were talking about that. It's like Gene acts like he don't give two ifs about signing things for fans, but yet you get signatures like that. Shoot, you'd have some happy fans, that's for sure. Get some that on your posters and your vinyl and stuff. Shoot, it's a great signature. And again, this was acquired from my friend T. Townsend as part of the Vegas event. So, all right, here we go. We got 100 to the third power. So Zach is saying $3,000. He is saying $1,000. I know it was 1,000, Zach, but he's currently at 1,000. Chris, he is getting tired. He's got his pizza getting cold and his beer getting warm. So he wants it done and over with. So, yep, someone's credit card is squealing because it's like getting ready to hit the road and just charge up. So I checked the math and Kenny is right. Of course. He just threw me off in that first comment is why. I never seen it too with the little arrow there. It looks like something like pi or whatever. I think pi is like a divide. I can't remember until I look at the books again. Oh, there's I, B, 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 I, B, I, B, I, B, B. How's it go? B, I, or I, V, B, B, I, B, I, B, I, X, X, I, Roman numerals. They're a little complicated. And then there's Spanish. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez, once, doce, trece, catorce, quince, dieciséis, diecisiete, dieciocho, diecinueve, veinte, veintiuno, veintidós, veintitrés, etc., etc. Too bad it's over 1,400 Canadian now. I love it, but I'm out. I know he was telling me about the Canadian conversion and everything. It's crazy on what he had to pay just to send me money on something of what the up conversion is. So Zach, if he weren't Canadian, you would have had a better run for your money on that one. But $1,000 for the T-shirt. Zach Stork. And the thing with Chris, he's a big racing fan, huge racing fan. So he's in the cars. He's showed me some very cool hoods and stuff that he's acquired from Kiss, different hoods. Hopefully the robe is next. I'm out of here. So the robe, $800. Chris, if you want that, so you can just, it's yours. But anyway, congrats to the winners tonight. I really appreciate it. But seriously, if anybody wants to claim the robe at $800, that's pretty much what I got into it. So, or actually, no, I think it was $800. I paid $600, thinking I can get 800 out of it, but I will settle. I will do 800 solid. So, if there's any interest, so. All right, guys, have a great night, and I shall see you guys in 2 weeks. But I will be having a lot of posts up in my page, and look out for the ad everyone's. If you see an ad everyone from me, it's because I'm making you aware of really cool items per day that I have time to bring it to your attention on the page. All right, and some cool stuff ending this Saturday that is already listed of the vintage shirts. And when he saves up some money and contact me for 2 times 10 to so is that a challenge? But anyway, thanks, Altini. But I appreciate it, guys. Have a great night, great week, and safe travels if you're going to see Mr. and Mrs. Chris and all of our friends this weekend. So Zach Stork just had to throw it out there. $800 robe. Is there an 805 before I go? So because that was really for Chris Zach, but he lost the last one. I'm trying to trying to make everyone happy here. So, but 800 on the road. We'll do it going once, and we'll give it 30 seconds before I close out of here. William, you're gonna have to give me more than 5 minutes, buddy. I need to go grab me a drink, go grab me a couple smokes, and give me more than 5 minutes, okay? Got a lot going on, and I want to settle in upstairs before I answer any calls, okay? So otherwise, I'll just have to ignore your call like I do everyone else that tries to call right after the auction, like Speedy. Speedy, after the Eric Singer auction, I swear the credits were rolling, and he calls me with the credits rolling. Like, dude, I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. But I didn't answer his call either until I got upstairs. Zach, thank you. I got you down for that for 800. All right. So thank you, sir. And GS Robe. It's a Gene Simmons cleanup night tonight. A lot of good stuff going. All right. Yep. I'll see you in Orlando, Mr. Thompson. Good talking to you today as well, buddy. I wish Chris was going up there, and I've got Speedy. We got Paul Shy. We've got a lot of friends from all over coming. So there's a lot of people going. So Leslie, Cornbread 1, Cornbread 2. I hope Brent and Cynthia, and I ought to tie something around Donnie Motes' house and just bring his house down to Florida with me, and that way he can hang out with everybody too, and get my buddy Sean Rice to make his way down south to Texas, or not to Texas, but from to Florida instead of being in Texas. He just needs to cut over a little bit. But yeah, it'll be great seeing everyone. So have a great week, everyone, and I will see you soon. Thanks again. Bye bye.
Welcome to KFB Auctions, my friends. Every Monday through Wednesday, starting at 8 a.m. A place to hang out and have some fun. Thank you for your company.